What's going on, ladies and gents? Rocco from roccosgamingjourney.com, and we're back with another 1v1 on the rank ladder. I am playing as Ottomans today, and I'm facing off against an HRE opponent, or Holy Roman Empire opponent. Now, before we dive into today's game, a few quick things to get out the way, just some housekeeping. Number one, do me a very quick favor and pull out your phone. You're going to see a QR code on the screen right now. Scan that QR code. If you're on your phone or if you're on the computer, go over to www.mygamingjourney.com /newsletter. When you get there, you're going to see a page that looks very similar to this. So if you're on the phone, my avatar is going to be cut out. You're not going to see the avatar. You're just going to see the form. If you're on the phone, if you're on the computer or a tablet, something with a bigger screen, more than likely you're going to see the whole newsletter sign up form that looks like this. My quick favor to you, take a few quick seconds, fill this out, name, email, phone number. This will give me the opportunity to connect with you directly into your email inbox. Whether you're aware or not, whatever platform you're watching this video on right now, most people are not aware that the platforms do not notify the consumers, such as yourself, when new content goes up. So regardless of if you follow me, you're subscribed to me, you have the check notification bell on, unfortunately, the way algorithms work, the content is not pushed out to everyone that follows. So this allows me to eliminate the middleman, connect and contact you directly anytime I drop a new video, new content on the website, anytime I'm doing a giveaway, anytime I go live, you get the opportunity to get notified directly from me, right? So once again, www.mygamingjourney.com /newsletter. I'll go back up just so you can see. And or scan the QR code, one of the two. But when you get here, as I mentioned, just fill out your information. Once you fill out your information, click the submit button. And then once you click the submit button, you're going to get an email from me immediately. Just open the email. It's going to come from Rocco's Gaming Journey. Open up that email, click the confirm your email button, and you're good to go, right? So it's not going to cost you anything, a few seconds of your time, and you're able to get notified from me directly. So there's no mishap and loss of content, right? So with that being said, let's dive back into the game. Now, before we start, one other quick housekeeping thing that I want to point out. I know I'm getting basically the new setup down, right? So audio levels aren't completely perfect to where I want them. So feel free, if it's too loud, if it's too low, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I want to make sure that you can hear me correctly. I don't know if the game sound is too loud, etc. But I just want to get that housekeeping out the way. Okay, so let's dive back into the game. Let's go from there. Boom. And let's cook. So as you can see, I'm opening up with the 1 on stone, 1 on gold, and then 1 on food and 3 on wood. So I am facing off against my HRE opponent. I don't necessarily know what to expect at this point, but this is where we're at, and this is what we're looking at and going with, right? So going to do a little bit of scouting, make my way up towards his base, see what sheep I can find, and go from there. Getting a little sheep haul, y'all. Excited to say. So we're walking away with a little something. So what normally happens, I'll go up to, I want to say, about 12 on food. I'll keep 1 on gold, 1 on stone until I get enough stone for both of my military schools. And then I'll transfer that stone villager over to gold. Now, for those of you who are just tuning in after a long while, most of my games that you've seen me play on Age of Empires 4 have always been House of Lancaster. I used to be House of Lancaster main. Was I able to steal these sheep? Couldn't steal the sheep. Didn't want to get too close. But it used to be a House of Lancaster main, and that's all I played for the most part up until House of Lancaster just went through a whole bunch of random changes. So switched and stepped away from House of Lancaster, and now I'm playing some Ayabids, English, and Ottomans, right? Just a quick little fun fact, whether you know this or not, prior to switching over to the PC version of Age of Empires 4, I was playing on the Xbox version and I used to only play Ottomans. That was my main go-to. When I switched over to the PC, I didn't necessarily have the mechanics to do what I wanted to do with the Ottomans. So slowly but surely, my mechanics are getting a little bit better. Nothing special as of yet, but I am making some progress. So in this particular game, you are seeing an Ottomans game, and this is what we're working with at this point in time. So 7 on food at this point, 2 on wood, 1 on gold steel, 1 on stone. I'm just scouting around, still trying to get my hands on some more sheep before I go back up and scout my opponent a little bit more. And then the idea is to get an 8. I think I age around like 3 and some change, 345, somewhere along there, if I remember correctly. So I walked away with a decent chunk of sheep, y'all. Let's see what we got. 9 sheep, nothing amazing. But we got something. So I'm hoping I drop these sheep off and head back over to my opponent. I say hope because I don't remember how this game played out, y'all. So literally we're watching it together, for lack of better words. So we drop off our sheep. 10 on food at this point in time. 1 on gold still, 1 on stone. I'm waiting till I get up to 200 stone, or I should say 100 more, just so I can have enough for my second military school. And then the idea, in theory, is to transfer that worker back over to gold, just so I can get him 1 gold at that point in time. So we have 1 spearman coming out of the first military school. I'm getting ready to age. Normally I age with our twin market, so it looks like that's what I'm aging with here as well. 7 on the age up, and I know I'm getting ready to start rallying to wood. At least that's how I like to do it myself. And I don't like this. And what I mean by this, I do feel like I should have got back over to my opponent a lot quicker to scout. Unfortunately, I am not the best when it comes to micro and or macro at this point, and I need an adequate amount of time, would be saying it generously. I need more than an adequate amount of time to be able to know what my opponent's doing, if he's coming across the map, etc. So I do see he aged up with the nice little chapel, and I'm like, well, I can't really get in and do much here from a pressure standpoint because it's within range. So I'm like, all right, well, let me back up. And this was a failed attempt. I don't want to lose the spearman. So I'm like, well, let me bring him back. I didn't get much done at all in that regard. As we can see, we're over our stone. And I still have not removed him from stone as of yet, unfortunately. So I don't remember if in this game I just left him on stone. Okay, no, I didn't. Oh, I did it. Just me being sloppy. So at least I am getting a little bit more scouting done. Did not lose my spearman. Happy about there. And still just rallying over to some wood at this point in time. Went up with built the blacksmith. If I can do that over again, I probably would not have built the blacksmith first, and or let me not even say that. Not only the blacksmith first, I probably wouldn't have even built the second military school first. I probably would have started building the other infrastructure first. So see if I can get his scout. At least I was paying attention. Got a scout. Didn't get any sheep, but I did catch a scout, so that's a plus. So I would have built the other infrastructure first in case I needed to pump out some units. So a barracks, archery range, stable, etc. before I built a second military school and even the blacksmith. I know sometimes I struggle where I get caught with my pants down, figuratively speaking. By having, 2 military schools and no way to actually manually pump out troops, right? So I don't like being in that predicament when I actually do need to pump out troops early on with Ottomans, because someone's pressuring me, rushing me, etc. So currently up to 11 on food, 7 on wood, 3 on gold. I did walk away with a few economic upgrades at this point. Got the little tree one, can't even think of what it's called. Nothing on the food side as of yet, and nothing on the gold side of it yet. Just starting to get a little bit of extra wood, being able to chop down trees a little bit quicker. And then I rallied over and just so I can take my berry bushes at this point in time as well. So looking pretty good. I think I do end up gridding the field work so I can grab some amans. I know that's what I normally like to grab first, and that is what I ended up doing. So that's a plus. Just heal up that injured spearman. And right now, y'all just trying to ramp up. I do have some infrastructure, which is a plus. So basically one of everything. About that, yeah, one of everything. That'll be done when it's all said and done from building. So let's dive into a quick con at this point in time. My scouting has been abysmal. I don't know what my opponent's doing. I don't know if he's coming across the map. I don't know if I'm getting rushed right now. Something I definitely have to work on moving forward and consciously remember to work on that. Because, yeah, I have no clue what's transpiring at this point in time. And then it looks like I kept these military schools on spearmen at this point. I don't know what my rationale was behind that. But it looks like that's what I was doing, yeah. So I almost have enough to start aging, it looks like. And I see he's going for his third, age up as well, HRE. They normally tend to age relatively quickly. He definitely could have aged up quicker if he wanted to. So I'm starting am I starting my third age up at this point in time? No, I took them off of food and moved them over to gold so I can get gold a lot quicker. Okay. So, nothing too crazy as of yet, y'all. I'm still starting to push out some Simpahi. I remember I wanted to get some, or at least when I knew he hit 3, so I could start the 9 relics for him. So I was like, okay, let me grab a few Simpahi. And we're getting ready to rush up to R3. By rush, I mean 6. By rush. I hope I was looking. Yeah, I was looking because I see on the mini-map I'm running away. Wasn't able to stop him, unfortunately. But I didn't lose my scout either. So I was like, okay. Put up this blacksmith just so we can make sure that our Imperial Armory can pump out a little bit quicker. And then I'm like, okay. Trying to do a little positioning and see what he can get done. Not doing that, buddy. Not doing that at all. So I'm like, okay, Rocco, get over there, please, kind sir. And I'm happy I wasn't losing any workers. Might have spoke too soon. Yep, spoke too soon. Lost 1, but nothing too crazy as of yet. Okay, so I didn't take too much damage, y'all. I lost 1 worker. Almost finished with my age up at this point in time. He's claiming relics left and right. Relics are disappearing, unfortunately. But my game plan at this point in time as Ottomans is just to mass up a bit. Like, I struggle if I'm trying to do like a lot of pressure with them before I ramp up. It's just my own personal problem, to say the least, right? So I try to before I start pushing across and pressuring, I try to actually have like a sizable army that I can get some damage done with, to say the least. Okay, so we're getting some economic upgrades at this point. Wheelbarrow's done. Getting specialized pick. Looks like my first wood upgrade is done as well. So yeah, got a little stuff taking place. Next thing that I'm gonna need to get is horticulture. And I have another vizier point. So I don't remember if I go extensive fortifications and or military campus as of yet. I know I tend to lean towards military campus first, but I obviously don't even have the stone to pump up another military school at this point in time. So I'm hoping, that I make a decent choice here. So I do stop him from getting this relic, it looks like. That's a plus. Because he was just going around just yanking them, y'all. Drop down a mosque myself. Good. So I can say at least I walked away with one relic. Scouting still terrible. Don't know what my opponent's doing. Infrastructure still terrible too. I'm 12 minutes in and I still have 2 barracks, 1 archery range, 1 stable. So at least I would like to have 2 of everything bare minimum. Let's say that bare minimum. So we'll drop off 1 relic. Get some upgrades. Or 1/1 attack and one attack, one attack, 1 ranged. I guess that'd be the way to describe it, right? The 1/1 upgrade there. And I don't know if I actually started. Let me take a look at my free camera really quickly. Okay, so it looks like my units are veterans at this point in time. Yeah, it looks like I have some veterans here at this point, which is good. Do I have a stable? If so, where is it? There it is. Okay, so we're looking pretty good so far. So it looks like I'm getting ready to step across the map. I'm guessing since I'm moving over there probably to actually take sacreds. Yeah, taking sacreds. Still got a slight army over here. My military schools have shifted, so I've taken them off of spearmen, I believe. 1 on man-at-arms, other 1 on crossbowmen. And I have our, 1 on Sipahi, and then we're making our 4th military school now, which is nice. So I'm trying to get some presence on the map. Grabs you. I don't think I even see him on the mini-map as of yet. Maybe I do. No, I don't. No, I don't. At least I got my workers out of there. Lost the what's it called? My catapult. But at least I got my workers out of there, so take that. Looks like I was going over there to grab another relic, so that's a plus. Oh no, I didn't even see the relic. Went over there to take the sacred. And I don't even know if he ended up getting that relic over there. So ideally, one thing I will say at this point in time, I'm happy villagers have not been too idle, right? Even though it hasn't been the most efficient, I have been moving them around and keeping them on resources. So that is a plus. 16 food, 15 wood, 11 gold, 2 stone. And what did we put that last military school on, y'all? We kept it on spearmen. Okay, so spearmen, Sipahi, men-at-arms, and crossbowmen. And I have the resources I need to H. So let's see what we end up doing. I always go with observatory personally. That's kind of my personal age up building that I like. I don't know if anyone actually uses Seagate, but observatory is kind of my go-to. So let me take a quick look, see what our infrastructure is now. 2 barracks, 2 archery ranges, 1 stable, no siege workshops, and 2 blacksmiths. Pop-wise, 49 workers. So 84 out of 90. Okay, okay, okay. No idle villagers. I could have put more on stone at this point in time. I would have liked to put more on stone as well. And what's our vizier points looking like? So nothing as of yet. We're getting close. I think the next vizier point I end up going with is Advanced Academy. I normally like to pop this Advanced Academy before I go with Janissary Company, personally. I do see his army, I believe. No, I didn't see his army yet. I see it now. And it looks like, I was like, oh yeah, he has a lot. He has a lot. So I'm like, let's move back a little bit. And I'm like, I have to engage. Like, I do not want to lose my what's it called. So I'm like, I gotta engage into this. And at this point in time, I was like, I'm about to just get ran over, y'all. I was concerned. When I saw that army, I was like, yeah, I'm about to have a problem. Now, the thing in I was like, well, I'm 4 now. If I can stabilize and he just doesn't come, because I see him pushing on the mini-map. I'm like, if I can stabilize, I'm ahead, right? But it's a very big if. Vizier point's done, so I got Advanced Council or Advanced Academy, which means my military schools are going to produce a little bit quicker. And at this point in time, I moved, because I saw a lot of horses from the crossbow training over to the Janissaries, right? So I'm like, okay, Rock, just stabilize. Just stabilize, just stabilize. Let's back up. Did I do I didn't do extensive fortification as of yet. That would have came in handy right now. But I'm like, I'm just trying to stabilize. And I'm like, all right. Let's cook, let's cook, let's cook. It's not as scary as I thought at this moment in time. Idle villagers. Let's take a quick little gander. Got my Amon out. I made another one of those. I have my siege. I'm like, I'm ahead at this point. That's my thought process. Getting Janissary guns, greased axles just for, you know, siege upgrade. And I'm like, let me not get ahead of myself. Like, back up, back up, back up. Just so my siege can move a little bit quicker. Let's move into our free fall view. Look who's standing back. Not in the battle whatsoever. And I'm like, this is going to cause me to lose. So I'm just donating units at this point, y'all. Don't be like me, be better. Gets what's still rallying villagers over here. These villagers should have been rallied elsewhere. Anywhere else. Down here. For food-wise. I'm still rallying a place I should not be at. And my Amon is still not with the army. So it's just luck at this point in time. And I'm like, Rock, you gotta back up, bro. Like, don't fall into that anymore. Idle villagers still in the town center. They haven't came out yet. I'm still rallying. Ah, my goodness. No bueno, y'all. I can already tell you some of the cons at this point. So, wood, we're looking good. I need more infrastructure. I need a lot more infrastructure. I hope I start building more infrastructure. Okay, I'm going down there to get more food. Still haven't built another military school as of yet. Did I? Do I have 5? Yeah, I do have 5. Okay. So, Spearman, Lancer, Janissary, Men-at-Arms, and Crossbow. So I basically did one of each. My gold supply is starting to run out here, and as we can see, I did lose this actual, what's it called? Sacred site. So at this point, I'm like, I'm just trying to stabilize. So I went Great Bombard. Don't know why. I should have went Janissary Company first. Personally, I like Janissary Company before the Great Bombard, but it is what it is. Then I have Bombard's training out of the Imperial Army as well. Okay. So I'm like, well, I can take Sacreds again. At least that's the thought process. Long distance mining for what? Okay. I know I was getting ready to build a castle over there, at least was the plan. And I'm like, all right, let's wait. I hope that Amon is actually with the army this time. Yes. Back up. And I'm starting to produce. Which is nice. So I'm like, all right, Rocco, where are we at in the game right now? Supply-wise, I'm looking pretty good. Restabilize. I got a decent size army. Nothing special, but something. And I'm like, let's get ready to start moving across the map and just sieging. And that's what I started doing, y'all. Just started sieging stuff down. Keeping my army close and just kind of my little slow push. So that was the thought process. What's our... So let me just take a quick little look infrastructure-wise. I'm still only 2, 2, 2, and 2. Not good. Infrastructure needs to be better. And I'm like, okay. Let me back up. We're not doing that. You're not slick. So just to put this into perspective, at the time of this recording, I can't remember if I said at the beginning of the game, I was a gold 2. He was a platinum 1. So that was his rank at that time and my rank at this time. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I don't think I lost the bombards or anything like that at this point. And I know he's chasing, so I was like, well, oh no. So I kept some pressure on. Didn't, retreat back with everything, but I did just lose quite a bit of workers, unfortunately. And I'm like, here we are. Still got the pressure going on. Not pulling back. It would be nice if I actually ended up getting some more gold, because it doesn't look like I've done that as of yet. And I'm okay. Not too bad, y'all. Nothing special. Nothing special. And I'm like, okay, let's take this fight now. And I'm like, at least I had enough sense to target his healer. I think that's what I ended up doing. No, I didn't. But I started securing his resources. Here we are. Knew his plan was to get the bombard out the way. I was not going for that. And the goal was just to keep sieging. Alright, I'm like, I don't gotta fight. Unit-wise, I'm like, just back up, siege him down, Rock. Just siege him down. Take a quick little look behind that. So he has a castle up. Put a castle down here to secure the sacred. Start securing some resources on his side of the map. And I remember I was like, okay, I need to get ready to start getting the other, what's it called? Sacred. I'm like, pull back, Rock, pull back. Did not lose units. Unfortunately, I was not amazing with it, y'all. And I was like, okay. Trying to get that castle out the way. Fortunately, I ended up losing my bombard, and I'm like, all right, Rock, now we got to pull back. You don't want to donate units unnecessarily. Got some villager kills. Did pretty good. I'm like, all right, let's back up. Back up, back up, back up. Don't try to force the issue. You're in a pretty good predicament. Let me come back, heal up. Got a castle. You're doing pretty decently here. On his side of the map, taking resources. And like start building a little forward operating base over here. And then I'm like, all right, let's get this other sacred. Put a wall up there. I think that's what I end up doing. Yeah, wall a little further up. And right now, y'all, 16 food, 6 wood, 14 gold, no stone. I should be getting some stone at this point. I don't have it. And I think I finally went over there and got him off of that sacred site so I could take it. I do see I sent some forces over there, so I believe that's what transpired. Yeah. And then I was like, all right, let me go over there and... If I don't know why they were going all the way over that side, but... I was like, let me go and get that. So I'm still feeling comfortable. I'm on his side of the map, grabbing some resources. I got a castle up, taking the protecting the sacred. I'm building a forward operating base a little further up. So I'm like, all right, let's move this. I think I start sieging down this area. I was like, let me just do that. Just to start getting that stuff out the way. It's like I'm not going to make a lot of headway on that castle right now, but let me just start getting some of his infrastructure out over here out the way. Finally took that sacred. And looking good. I'm like, all right, calm down, back up, back up. You just siege. Do nothing else. I finally took my horses over. It looks like to do some sort of harassment, so I'm happy about that. I don't know if I was successful or not, but I do see I'm moving them over to the right side of the map, just trying to get something done. I think my thought process was like, check and see if he has any trade. And for our last, and then looks like we're putting a castle down over there to get and protect that last sacred. So I'm just trying to keep him distracted, keep him busy while I'm doing my thing. A little bit of multitasking, nothing crazy, but it's something. for the time being. Okay. And I'm like, just get ready to move them up. Which I'm doing, which is nice. 20 idle villagers. Don't be like me, y'all be better. And then it looks like we found some stuff in the back. Let's take a quick little gander just to see what we found. Because it looks like I'm not looking. Okay, I'm looking now. And I'm like, oh, Rocco. So I'm like, all right, well. Don't chase, don't chase, don't chase. Looks like I'm finding some villager kills in the back while sieging in the front. Looks like vision-wise, I'm not really focusing on the back of stuff, just focusing on the front. Only 9 on gold. Not good. Trying to get that castle up. Just so I can secure that sacred over there. And it doesn't even look like I have a lot on building that castle. Let me take a quick little look. Got one guy, y'all. What am I doing? I was like, nah, we're not doing that. You're not slick. You're not doing that in the least bit. I'm like, where's these workers? And I was like, I don't want to take it yet until I get that castle up because I don't want to alert him. But it's going to take forever to get a castle up with one villager, y'all. Tell me I took some more okay. Yeah, okay, they're going over there to help him out now. I'm like, so still just sieging down. Trying to keep my mons actually in here and get some stuff. It's like back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up. So this is what we're looking at, y'all. And I know I have a better army. Like, it's just the defense that I have to deal with right now. His, what's it called? And I'm like, no, don't get impatient. Just wait, just wait, just wait. And lose your amants. Just wait and lose those. Ay, ay, ay. So I got 2 more amants going down there, and then... Pull back, Rock. Did I end up taking it yet? Okay, I'm taking it down. This is when it's like, okay. And the moment that went down, I'm like, yeah, it's going down. I got the sacreds. I feel like I got decent positioning. Let me come up in here and do some work. I got enough Janissaries in my book to I'm like, I can take out these horses. That's the thought process. I'm like, I have enough where I should be able to do some work. So, out of gold right now, y'all, 30 idle village. I don't know where these idle villagers are at. I know those weren't all gold villagers, right? Look at this. Wood villagers. Getting more stone. And I'm like, I'm just going to keep trying to leapfrogging and putting castles closer and closer towards his base. Because at this point in time, I'm just kind of A-moving. I believe, yeah, I got smart. I was like, all right, let's back up a little bit. Infrastructure-wise, what do we have? Still only 2 barracks, y'all. Ay, 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 and no wood. I think I just now probably realized that. So just take a quick little look over here. Almost got this castle down and up. And I was like, oh, okay, this is what he got. I was like, let me just destroy it, put it back down, and then I don't, yeah, I put it closer over here is what I ended up doing. So at this point in time, yeah, just kept raiding, kept, hold on, before this, I want to deposit, but I can't at this, oh, no, I don't got to leave the game. Yeah, I don't have to leave the game. So, before we end things, because I know I made the mistake and messed up our video yesterday. Um, let's talk about pros and cons while we're freak, I can't talk about pros and cons on the map. um, so pros and cons. While we're doing that, let me come over here and just check out our history. What game was this? This was this one, Wave Pain. So yeah, pros, not many of them. All right, let's start off with our pros because you know I like to always go over pros and cons because I'm looking to get better, y'all. So any tips, tricks, suggestions, feel free to definitely put them in the comments section below because I am genuinely looking to improve. The short list of pros. Number one, early in the game. I say early, I did not have many idle villagers, right? That did change mid to late game. We had over 30 idle villagers, and it looks like they may have been idle for God knows, 40, 50, 60 seconds. We can actually check just to get an idea of average. Oh my goodness, y'all. 6 minutes and 44 seconds was the average idle time of my villagers. Ridiculous. So early game definitely was a lot better as a pro, right? Mid to late game, not so much. Also early game, I would say that I did a good job of not losing villagers when the raids happened. I responded well, getting villagers in outposts, getting villagers in town centers, etc. But that is another thing that started off good, but quickly turned into a con. Because if you remember when he started pushing on my berry bushes, I was still rallying villagers over to the berry bushes. Ridiculous. Right. So I should have been rallying them to a different berry bush. I was still rallying them to the berry bush that was getting attacked. So not too thrilled about that. Um, so pro that did later turn into a con as well. Um, what other pro, if anything? Once again, it's a pro that I'm able to actually even use my Ottomans at even this level on PC. Mechanically wise, I do not have the mechanics yet that I would like to have for them. And for me, I'm not saying like you may be amazing. For me personally, I'm still not mechanically sound enough to be able to implement them the way I want to implement them. So a pro that yet again turns into a con. So that's kind of where we're at now. Just for straight cons, Av- idle villagers, like this is bananas, y'all. 6 minutes and 44 seconds. Ridiculous. Definitely a con. Idle villagers, another con. Infrastructure wise, throughout the entire game, I had the max 2 barracks, 2 archery ranges, 2 stables, and 2 siege workshops. Now, I know with having military schools, yes, you do have a lot more production. Yes, I got that right, but that still does not negate the fact that I should have at least had 5, 6, of each of the different production structures, right? Because with Ottomans, your plan and the idea is to get to a point where you're just overwhelming your opponent. And in no way, shape, or form was I overwhelming my opponent, right? Um, Another pro that I forgot, I do want to go back on because this is the last one. I think I did a pretty good job with map control. I ended up getting all of the sacreds as we saw. I ended up getting castles at those sacreds. I ended up getting castles naturally on his side of the map, and I ended up starting to take resources from his side. So I do want to, point that out as a pro. Now, once again, getting back to the cons, as I mentioned, idle villagers, lack of infrastructure, um, terrible unit control, right? I lost a lot of Amons. I lost a lot of just units in general that I did not need to lose. And that's something I struggle with that I'm trying to get better at. Um, what else? I would say that that's, the bulk of the different cons. Definitely a lot more, but those are probably the big ones that came up to mind. And then last but not least, the relics. I only walked away with one relic, and I did not even deny all of the different relics that he was able to get his hands on for free, right? So those are the cons, the pros, etc. That's kind of what comes to mind at this point in time. So definitely appreciate you tuning in, ladies and gents. That definitely wraps up this game for today. As I mentioned in prior video that I uploaded, I have a lot of updates, a lot of goodies in store moving forward. I'm going to share with you over the next couple of days, next couple of weeks, months, etc. Definitely head over once again to mygamingjourney.com/newsletter, and or once this video ends, go back to the first part of the video, pull out your phone, scan the QR code, get on the email newsletter list just so I can notify you directly and we cut out the middleman. Definitely appreciate each and every one of you as always. Check out the attached blog post. You can find it on my website. Just check out the link in the description tab below. Check out all the accompanying information that goes with this particular video. A lot more in-depth stuff that you're not going to see in the video on the accompanying blog post. Till next time, ladies and gents, also feel free to check me out and log in and hang out with me live, Twitch, Kick, a few other places that I'm live streaming to. You can check out the links, as well below. So feel free to do that. Hang out with me live, and let's make this happen and enjoy growth together. Appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, feel free to like, follow, share, and subscribe. And yeah, man, we'll talk to you again soon.